Hello viewers, welcome to DM Astrology. You will find this place very often, but this is my favorite place where I am sitting at the moment. This is a place since 27 years I have done Upasana. Yeah, since 1989, where I started my astrology journey, I am sitting in the same place. And as a Rishimuni says that if you place anywhere, right, for a long period, that place itself sometimes gives you energy. So I always feel to sit here and do my videos. Those who met me personally, they also might have seen me sitting in the same place. Yeah, so that's nothing to do with my videos. Welcome. We are into the series of Gemini Ascendant. We are into the series of Gemini Ascendant, and yet we have reached to the place of Sun in 6th house. Now we are moving ahead to the Sun in the 7th house. Sun in the 7th house. As for the place, it is so weak because in the first house it's the direction east where sun rise, whereas in the 7th house the sun actually set because that's the west direction. But sun in the 7th house, in Aries ascendant only it doesn't work, in Cancer ascendant it doesn't work, in Aquarius ascendant it doesn't work, but in Taurus ascendant it works seated in the front house. Same in the Gemini ascendant it works because it's seated again in its friendly house. So Gemini ascendant sun in the 7th house. 7th house is a house of spouse. 7th house is a house for your person or a world you face. It's a place where the people see you, because you are in the first house and people are observing you. So 7th house is the best critics. I am not speaking about the spouse. They are really your helpful person, your spouse. After your parents, after your mother and father, if somebody is helping to lead your life, is your spouse. And yes, we are in the house of spouse. Those who have got a spouse, see how you got a spouse is entirely your own choice because it's in front of you. Nobody can compel you to do that. And even though if you feel that your parents has compelled you to marry with someone, that's also your destiny. So don't step back that due to the past obligation or due to the family pressure I had to marry with this person, but I really don't like. This is a sun, there is a soul, and soul. See, you see the natural Kal Purusha. Well, sun is a lot of 5th house. The default setting we call as a Aries ascendant, or you say the Kal Purusha. The sun is a lot of 5th house, and it is debilitated in your 7th house. As for the natural Kal Purusha, it debilitated in the Libra or 7th sign. So it debilitated in the 7th house, that's a Libra. That is a house of spouse, right? So what happens if you give the weightage, or if you give the space or deeds, or you surrender to your spouse, your deeds become lighter because where the sun debilitated. I know this will, I am not any Baba to give you all this pravachan or oratory, but that the Kal Purusha has taught us that sun being the highest soul, Lord of 5th house, debilitated in the 7th house of a Kal Purusha, because where entire world is seeing you or your spouse is observing you, where all the deeds diluted. If you surrender to your, after parents, if you surrender to your spouse, Surrender means loyal, faithful to your spouse. Then, literally, your deeds become more lighter and diluted. Today's world, people are facing so much matrimonial problem. Why? Because they don't surrender. They are not loyal to their partners. So be loyal. Sun teach here that one what you have to do. So in Gemini Ascendant Sun in the 7th house, it's in the friendly house in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a one corner. See the sun far corner. If you observe the sun far corner in one sign, it's occupying itself for himself in own sign, Leo. One he has kept for his exalted position, that is Aries. But in Sagittarius sign, except Rahu, no planet exalted, debilitated, nothing. So in Sagittarius sign also it's a one missing corner of a sun, where he indicates that if you do the religious things, spiritual things, your soul will be always into the good position. So here the sun gets a position in the 7th house in the Sagittarius sign, one missing corner. Because triangle has a 3 corner, 2 corner we have recognized for sun, third corner we have not recognized, it's Sagittarius. So in Sagittarius sign, sun always support. Here for male, the significator is a Venus, not so favorable for sun, but for female, the Jupiter is here, and Jupiter is a lord as well as a significator, so they will always be benefited to have a sun in the 7th house, getting a very good soulmate. This is a house of soulmate. This is a house where you are into the at the stage of where everybody is focusing you, seeing you, observing you. So this is a house with sun here. As in the natural default house, it doesn't give good result, but being seated in the friendly house, it has a capacity to give result up to 60%. So 60% it is a very important for sitting here. So it will give power up to the 60%. It will not create any ego. See, don't underestimate that sun being seated in the 7th house create the ego in the partners. No, they are always focused. They are always showing you a light. Even a commercial partner or your social partner. Social partner is your spouse, and commercial partner is with whom you are doing business. So he also comes in this house, 7th house. Public appearance, your matrimonial life, your personal life, your sexual organ, this all comes in the 7th house. So their life, their personal life is always exposed to the world. Everybody knows about their personal life. There is nothing called a person. See, sun in the 7th house, it always find that the person are always very famous in the public. There might be a public appearance, there might be a public personality like a minister, like an actor. They have a sun in the 7th house where their life is entirely open from childhood to old age. Everybody know him. The stages of their life are always in the vision or radar of a people. So sun being in the 7th house, they are always. Their spouse is also very famous and active, as well as they also having so much courage to face the world. This is nothing something less. So sun in this house very favorable. So all these things he will cater very well. Your spouse will be with the confidence. Even from your 3rd house, the lord of sun is a 3rd house. From 3rd house also it is placed very well. From 10th house also it is placed very well, Kendra. So 10th house gives result good. First house Karaka gives result good. 3rd house Lord gives very good result in the 7th house. And being it is placed in the friendly house, it will give and cater all these good things. So it will always put the right soul in front of you, where you will be able to interact them with very easily. They are the people who immediately dilute into the surrounding or diluted to the public life. So they are very easy to connect with the people. So sun in the 7th house, except as I told you in the Cancer, Leo and Aries ascendant, it gives a good result. So they are always finding a soulmate. The partners are always with the much energized, and they also boost the energy of a person. Commercial partner also very reputed, very good hearted, good kind hearted, and gives a very good support to them. Public life I already told very good. The personal life doesn't remain a personal. Everybody know what they are doing, and they are always in the surface of a stage whereby everybody is seeing them. Okay, so that's an indication. Sun in the seventh house. Now we are differentiating for male and female. For male only the Karaka is a Venus, and Sun if seated here it will have no good terms. So maybe a male who are finding his wife will always being misguided or may not be get as per their desire. Only that much thing is only to be compromised, either look wise or either quality wise, pleasure wise. But for marriage life and everything except for the genders, female, sex being a female, only for male it's a Karaka, is a Venus. Rest all things are in the Jupiter. So Jupiter is a Lord, Jupiter is a Karaka. If Jupiter is placed very well in this chart, then they will be having a very good companion. So insidely the Jupiter Karaka for husband, for partner, social and commercial, for public life, for your personal life, for your reputation, for your duty towards the society. This all to be seen from this house, and it is also show you that how you are internally assessed by others, how you are seeing the world and how world is measuring you. So all the way this is a very good house where the sun plays very well in this house, being friendly house. Karaka from significant only except the Venus, everybody is supporting to the sun, and the Lord Mercury is also dilated average for this house, so it also will not harm anyway. Only thing is that the sun with sun, Rahu should not place, because sun can control all this planet of a galaxy where he is a ruler, but he only dilated during the Rahu. When Rahu seated with it, Rahu absorb all the qualities of a sun. So that is why it is called Grahan Yoga. Grahan means to absorb the energy. So except a Rahu sitting here or Ketu sitting here, no planet will give bad result here. So you will be having very good, and this sun is automatically aspecting yourself. Also it increase the confidence level in you, within you. After the 22 they will come into the public life and public will appreciate them. They have done very good things, and that is why their soul and soulmate always been matched very well. So I like sun in the 7th house in the Gemini Ascendant being very well placed from 10th house, 1st house being as a Karaka, and Lord of a 3rd house seated 5th from it. So courage wise also it gives a very good result. Except the Rahu and Saturn, this house cannot be spoiled anyhow. So even the Venus is seated here, it can be dilated as it is in the enemy sign, it won't affect much. So all the way they are getting good result. Very reputed partners as a commercial, very good spouse, helpful spouse, real soulmate. They will always give you a good focus, good confidence, and criticize also as and when it is required. And public also will access you by the measures that how you are appearing against them and how confident you are. So they itself gives you so much boost. They itself gives you so much encouraging environment so that you always rise. So I like, as I told you, this combination is really very good for them who's having a sun in this house. So sun being seated in the 7th house in the Sagittarius sign in the Gemini Ascendant plays a very important role. Except Saturn, Rahu plays here, this house cannot be spoiled by any other planet. So sun will be very, very comfortable here, and native will be so lucky for his soulmate or her soulmate. That is very important. And being it is a lot of 3rd house seated here, they will be always getting a partner with full of energy and courage. So that is why I like sun being seated here, and do judge this in the various chart, and you'll find that how it works. So hereby we complete this lesson of a sun being seated in the 7th house in Sagittarius and in Gemini Ascendant. Hope you like this lesson. Just do subscribe my channel if you have not. Press the like button to encourage me, and do share my videos so that others are also getting knowledge. So for complete consultation, you can always contact me here in my email dmastrology1@gmail.com. You can follow me in my Facebook page DM Astrology or my personal page Dharmesh Mehta. So hope you like this video. Stay back and we'll again see with the sun in 8th house how it gives result. So all the best till that time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaste.